what objectives you have for this important position. Finally, Mr. Beck, you are nominated to be Deputy Administrator for Defense Programs of the National Nuclear Security Administration. If confirmed, you will help lead the effort to modernize the warheads that form our nuclear triad. This modernization is one of the most complex and consequential undertakings in our national defense. The NNSA faces enormous pressure as it simultaneously updates aging warhead programs and rebuilds infrastructure that in some cases dates back to the Manhattan Project. Central to the mission is the NNSA's highly skilled workforce of nuclear scientists and engineers. Yet morale across the agency has suffered in recent months as hundreds of employees have been fired, threatened with termination, or rehired in a disorganized manner. These disruptions have undermined confidence and stability at a time when continuity is essential. If confirmed, you will bear responsibility not only for the technical success of these programs, but for the people who make them possible. Mr. Beck, I would like to know how you would work to restore trust, retain experts, and ensure that political interference does not compromise the integrity of this critical mission. Thank you again to our nominees, and I look forward to testimonies. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Why you should never charge your smartphone at night. 22 years as a cell phone repair engineer, and I'm watching people waste thousands on new phones when their perfectly good devices should last for years. Here's how to make sure you're not next. I work at one of the busiest smartphone repair shops in New York City, and what I see every day makes me angry. Last week, a retired teacher came in with a dead phone she'd only had for 18 months, ready to spend $1,200 on a new one. After checking her phone, I found what I see dozens of times every week: phones designed to fail on purpose. This wasn't just one case. In the past year alone, my shop has seen over 3,000 phones with the exact same problem. Hundreds of thousands of dollars wasted, and the owners had no idea they were being tricked into buying new phones they didn't need. This is happening everywhere, with every major smartphone brand out there. I don't know why other repair shops aren't talking about this, but smartphone manufacturers are making phones die early on purpose, and if people think it's just normal wear and tear, here's what's really going on. After fixing thousands of phones, I've found that phone makers put special chips in phones that track how you charge and make.
Thank you, Mr. Ranking Member. We have a distinguished guest with us today, Senator Blackburn. I understand that you will be introducing Mr. Lane, and I turn to you for your comments.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I thank you and the ranking member for your remembrances of October 7th. We appreciate that. And it is indeed an honor for me to be here this morning to introduce Mr. William Lane. We call him Bill in our office because he is married to our Chief of Staff, Katie Lane. And of course, he is the nominee to serve as General Counsel for the Department of the Air Force. Before entering the legal profession, he served on active duty as a cavalry officer in the U.S. Army. He deployed to Diyala Province, Iraq from 2010 to 2011 as a platoon leader and later a troop executive officer with the 2nd Brigade, 25th Infantry Division, overseeing combat patrols, coordination with Iraqi military and civilian officials, and the readiness of over $53 million in equipment. After his military service, he attended Harvard Law School, where he graduated magna cum laude. His record of public service reflects a career marked by distinction and dedication. He served in the Department of Justice during the first Trump administration as a presidential appointee, where he advised federal agencies and represented the U.S. in courts across the country. He completed clerkships on both the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit and the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit, and served as special counsel to the Senate Judiciary Committee during the confirmation of Justice Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court. Currently, he's a partner at Wiley Rein, LLP, here in D.C., where he practices appellate and general commercial litigation. He is a dedicated husband and father. They live in Alexandria, Virginia. Katie is his wife, and they have 3 precious, well-behaved children. that are right behind me over here, Catherine, Elizabeth, and William. And I think that they're going to deserve a treat when this day is over. I will say that for the record. With Bill's distinguished military service, his deep legal expertise, his proven dedication to advancing constitutional principles, I am confident that he will serve with integrity, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to the American people. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Senator Blackburn. And as you know, you're welcome to stay throughout the entire hearing, or you may leave at your own. Yes, I understand that. Your very generous and excellent opening statement on behalf of Mr. Lane entitles him to go first in making an opening statement. So, Mr. Lane, you are now recognized.
Thank you, sir. Chairman Wicker, Ranking Member Reed, and distinguished members of this committee, thank you for the chance to appear here today as the President's nominee to be General Counsel of the Department of the Air Force. I'm profoundly grateful to President Trump for the trust he placed in me when he chose to put my name forward to be considered by the Senate. I thank Secretary